So, why are you here and what happened?
Storm and I both were fight over cooking and we're both in the hospital.
It was her fault. She ate it. But it also looks like that Sharma poked you with a rusty nail. You're gonna have to get a tetanus shot. Hold still, this won't hurt. Okay, we're gonna talk about injuries now.
Second grade.
Alright.
And I had a problem where I had strep throat every single month for at least 9 days. So my mom thought it was a problem and got me checked out at a hospital and got me appointed to get surgery to get my tonsils removed. And the beds were pretty nice. They had sheets and pillows you could draw a marker and they wash off. It was all peaches and cream until the doctor came in holding an IV, and I went off. I tipped my leg, I flailed my arms. It took my mom, my grandma, 2 nurses, and the one giving me the IV to hold me down to get the IV in my arm. So eventually I backed off and let me calm myself down and gave me an iPad. And the iPad was a Peppa Pig game.
Was it that episode when Joe Swanson comes in and tells what happened to Peppa?
Excuse me, folks. Do you have a daughter named Peppa?
Yes.
You're gonna want to sit down.
No, it was a flying on holiday game.
Oh.
When they go to Italy. When I was sitting there, they put the IV in my arm when I was distracted by the game. And then I lied there for 3 seconds and my brain said, I'm tired. Fell asleep. And when I woke up, my throat hurt so bad I couldn't speak at all. My throat was in pain. I spoke using a whiteboard the rest of the week. I was not talking at all. You know what happened when I found out I felt better? You know what I asked for?
What?
A Happy Meal.
Of course you did.
Oh boy.
12 a.m. And my mom just said absolutely because she was happy to have her little girl back.
Alright, so this story actually happened like in 2020, but this is like before quarantine happened. This was like in February, I think. So I was getting a drink from the store, and I don't know why, probably just running to get there, so because it was dark out, ran it all the way home, and then not realizing there was ice right near in front of my house, I slipped and hit my kneecap on like a corner of like cement. Think of it like steps.
Okay. Here's another one from another hospital thing. It was actually another surgery, actually. I had some baby teeth that needed to come out because they were not coming out. And they had a way of keeping me from screaming and crying. They put me on the good laughing gas.
I'm tired.
And my mom recorded the whole thing.
God.
So somewhere on the internet, there is a video of me being high on there somewhere.
So pretty much like Sally on a normal Tuesday afternoon.
And I eventually fell asleep, and I was like, I'm slay!
What the hell? No.
And I finally fell asleep. They got my teeth out in 2 seconds. My mom had time to read 1 page of a book before that's it, surgery over. My face felt like a balloon for like 2 hours afterwards. What's the problem?
That's teeth
So
surgery
I was
for you.
eating soup and fruit pouches for a whole 2 days.
Alright, so this one might need a little bit of context, but this is technically 3 different times that this has happened. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually allergic to cashews. So back in I think 2015 or 2016, like my mom gave me like this food bar. I remember the exact brand of it too. So I took a couple bites, and then I ended up starting getting itchy. Like my neck was itchy. I also my nose was stuffy, and I was coughing a lot and sneezing. Well, I don't think I was able to breathe as well, but it wasn't bad enough to go to the hospital. None of these stories I have are bad enough to go to the hospital. So we checked over the ingredients, and everything seemed like something I've had before, except for 2 ingredients, which are cashews and dates. Yes, those are both actual real things. Now, we weren't sure exactly which one it was that caused it, so we were trying to take the safe out and not try any of them again. But apparently I accidentally tried a cashew, but then I spit it out after Vidal told me that. The thing is, that's what made me realize, like, wait, it's probably not the cashews then, or else I would have had another allergic reaction, but I didn't. But the thing is, last year, while playing Iron Catch, this is like in December of last year, my mom gave me another one, like an organic food bar. This is a different one.
Oh no.
So I've tried it, and I pretty much had a similar reaction, except it wasn't as itchy like everywhere else. I took an allergy pill and I was fine after a while. It wasn't really something I wanted to experience again.
I'm glad you're okay. That seems terrible.
Yeah. But the thing is that confirmed it, that made me realize it had to have been cashews, is this one was in August of this year. This one was like a couple months ago. So I was talking to McKenna and
Okay.
Void. I was on a chat, like, not a voice chat, but I was typing to them in Discord. And I had like one of the type of peanut butter food bar. This is another one. They're all food bars, but they were different types. So I was eating it, and at first it wasn't like too much of an effect. But then I started feeling something in my throat. Like my throat was like itchy and stuff. And then I read the ingredients and saw cashews in there. And then I realized it had to have been the cashews this whole time. So I was avoiding the wrong ingredient. Or maybe I was allergic to both, who knows?
When I was 7, the weird testing in my blood, and they had to take me in for a blood test, thinking I had cancer or something. So they dosed on my blood, and they put it under a microscope and confirmed that I had the blood of my dad and how my blood's blood, which means I had ADHD. And here's the last one I'm gonna tell you. This was the real reason I'm telling this story. I'm alive right now. I was 6 years old, and my doctor put me on this new sleepy time medication. He put me on 25 milligrams, mind you, which is not even a normal dosage amount for an adult in a psych ward.
25 milligrams is for an adult?
And I was taking the medication every single day, and I'm normally happy all the time until eventually that happiness turned to pain in my joints, in my shoulders, and my ankles. I could barely walk. My arms were hard to lift up, and it was just hard to do anything anymore. Until one day, I just stopped moving altogether and collapsed on the floor and kind of went out for a few minutes. My dad rushed to the hospital. My mom was still at work and put me into the emergency room. And the nurse came in, gave me an IV, and said that I had a serotonin level of 251.
I'm assuming that's bad. I'm not a doctor,
That is not good for a child that young. All of the serotonin went to my joint, and that's why I was in so much pain. Your best bet was to slowly wean me off the medication, because automatically taking me off would kill me. They kind of draw some of my blood to get some of the blood, out of my body, so I won't be in so much pain. They gave me a new medication and weaned me off my old one.
Alright, well, you're good.
And
Good to
we
go.
fired the doctor because he almost killed me.
The doctor got fired. Welcome to rehab. So we got this new guy's been drinking for quite a while. Can you tell us, how'd you get here? I got fired from my job. And how did that happen? I almost killed a 6-year-old. Okay then.
What? But the doctor actually gave me some Pediasure as well before, and that stuff had 3% milk in it. Well, a lot of milk you didn't know. So I've been puking up all the milk I've been ingesting and everything I ate afterwards for almost 3 weeks.
Oh.
And had out of school, so it's because the doctor was ignorant. But the doctor was actually kind of a cutie. I had a crush on him. I was a little kid. Let me have this. He never gave me shots either. That's why he was so quick at getting shots.
Pew 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 pew.
So yeah, that was the last story to tell, and thank God I'm still alive right now. I'm surprised I even survived that.
Well, this one for me actually happened in 2020. So I was making some bunny ears. I was making like fake bunny ears, like for a figure I was doing because whatever. Anyways, I was making some like fake bunny ears for like as a prop. I was hot gluing some felt. I accidentally hot glued part of the felt on my fingers. And I had it peeled off, and it was still on there, and it burnt a few layers of my skin off.
Ow.
If I had a nickel for every time I burnt layers of my skin from my finger off, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not exactly a lot, but it is pretty weird how it happened twice. And it was a 5-year gap, I think, too. I had a band-aid on my finger for 2 weeks. That still bothers me sometimes. That's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, share it with your friends and do all that other stuff. Like it, subscribe, share, hit the bell.
Subscribe to the new channel!
Yeah.